Once in the lead, there was no one to touch him. His 6 Grand Prix victories won him the World Championship for the second time. It was a superb double in a hotly contested year and puts the name of Jackie Stewart firmly amongst the all-time greats of motor racing.
You won 6 Grand Prix, which is, you know, it's hogging it slightly. What do you... There's 7 Grand Prix as the sort of record. You're obviously hoping for this. Where do you think that you could have done it and it didn't happen?
I don't think that's a fair question.
The 70s were very exciting years. They were colourful years, they were fashionable years, they were trendy years. The world was recognising more sports people. Even the Americans were recognising that maybe Hollywood was false and sport was reality. And I was part of that.
Jackie!
The way he feels has a great effect on me. Well, this morning, he woke up and he said, I don't want to be disturbed. So then I get nervous because I'm doing things not sort of naturally, and I'm trying not to disturb him. Then you hear the people outside shouting, and you look out the window, you see the masses of people, you get the atmosphere. All of a sudden, my stomach goes round in circles.
Photographers were always round the wives, and there was 3 of us, Sally Courage and Nina Rint, and we were the sort of 3 glamour girls at the time.
Let's see.
It's the present you give away.
Oh, the present?
I'm trying to attract your attention, but you think I've got another appointment.
Write it all out like a bird in the sky. Words, write it all out like you were a bird.
Of course it's glamorous to take off and go to Rio de Janeiro, for example.
Part of the fun part was Barcelona.
Or when you went to Mexico for the Grand Prix, you always went to Acapulco.
Wear a tall hat like a druid in the old days. Wear a tall hat and a tattooed gown.
Whether it was Madrid or you always in Paris.
And of course there was always Monaco.
Your bright star and a placing on your forehead. Say a few spells and baby, there you go.
In those days, when you won the Grand Prix of Monaco, Helen would sit on the right of Prince Rainier and I would sit on the right of the Princess Grace. That sort of sounds like name dropping, but it's not, because it was part of being a Grand Prix driver.
To me, everyone I read about is famous, but I never think of Jackie being famous.
Wear a tall hat like a druid in the old days. Wear a tall hat and a tattooed gown.
They were more impressed by, if you like, what I was doing. I certainly was impressed by what they were doing.
So when you get the power on here, feed it in nicely. As you go around the corner, be more progressive. Bring in the power stronger and stronger. But again, don't go way out here. Don't get here. Because again, you've got the gutter and then you've got the curb. And you only need to clip the curb. And you've broken a wheel or you've punctured a tire.
Keep in mind that in the 70s, the danger level was high, but so also were the rewards. And it was a time where there was an excitement and an awareness to that fulfillment in life that I think to some extent society over the years has tried to wrap up in cotton wool and overly protect.
It was very, very stressful for wives. Each month in the 1970 there was someone killed. I thought, well, it's just a matter of time.
Have no place to
If you raced 5 years as a Grand Prix driver, there was a 2 out of 3 chance you were going to die.
But what I didn't know, like I know today, was every time Jackie left the house, he'd be going up the driveway wondering if he'd come back.
I think I can take that sticky stuff off there.
You might make it bleed again.
Helen and I lost most all of our friends in racing car accidents. At that time, it was terrible.
A friend of mine, her husband went to the moon, and she was asking me how I felt. And I said, well, it must be worse for you because you're going into the unknown. You don't know. And she says, yes, but Helen, I've always wanted to say I made love to the man on the moon.